Hello, guys. Hello. Gonna go live for about an hour. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Got up early this morning, coaching, 8 a.m. Went out for a delicious breakfast. Did a little bit of coding along the way. And I thought I'm going to keep an eye on this Euro 2024 draw. And I knew it would be about Donald Trump. And it was. And about war, of course. Everything's about war right now, but I knew it'd be about Trump, revolve around him, because it begins on his birthday. Euro 2024 begins on Donald Trump's 78th birthday, and the World Cup final, which is going to be in New York, where Trump was born, is a span of exactly 78 weeks after the US president's first day in office, the 47th. Argentina just won the World Cup. They have 47 all-time World Cup wins. Everything's revolved around Donald John Trump because he connects to the 7 trumpets of Revelation, the end of the Bible, guys. So, hello, John, Mariana, God bless you. What's up, Bebe, Rick? So, I know loads of you really enjoyed the Letitia conversation. I did. Thought it was brilliant. Did you guys see me replicate Letitia's little chip? I did that in one go. I was coaching yesterday. Thought, you know what? I'm going to go for that little Letitia dink. Little bit of footwork. Boom. Of course, there were no goalkeeper there. But I think even if Schmeichel was, he wasn't getting to that lob. I'm only joking. It was a small goal. Yeah, wild stuff, guys. In regards, I just want to show you this because although a lot of brilliant feedback from the Letitia discussion, there's nobody else who's in this community that is doing a stream with an ex-Premier League legend. All right, that was an opportunity for so many people to see that it's not all what we think it is when it comes to the Premier League. They're not all in on it, like many of us, including myself, have said. All right. So I'm just going to show you this, how YouTube are able to play around with the algorithm, whether it's the length of a video, whether it's how many subs a person has, how many views a video has. There was one time I had 5 likes from one view. I had one view from a video and had 5 likes. That benefited me, but how does that make any sense? So I'm going to show you that my video with Letitia didn't last the length that it's showing you. All right, I'm the only one who knows this because it's my channel. So it wasn't 3 hours, 33 minutes and 3 seconds like it's showing you. I've got the photo. Let me find it. I've got so many photos here. They've added 4 seconds to it. The algorithm knows. I think AI is demons. I really do. I've told you, I think the algorithm knows who's going to win these games. That's why I can read the algorithm, see where a game's going 90% of the time if I pay attention. Here. So it tells all of you that the duration is 3 hours, 33 minutes and 3 seconds. There's about 15 different people. I don't know if they're real people or bots or a combination saying, how convenient, Illusion, thinking I'm that gifted to be able to stop it at that time. So I'm going to show you right now, silence all of those people to show you what the actual duration was. You get at the end of a live stream, it tells you all the analytics, all of them. This was the duration. 3 hours, 32 minutes, 59 seconds. Not 3 hours, 33 minutes and 3 seconds. They added on 4 seconds. They probably knew that would trigger people. And it worked. Like, just crazy. And also this, guys, I just want to tell you this before I go deep. Just before I go deep. Saunders is a player. What Saunders are you talking about? Sam Saunders? I don't know anything about Sam Saunders. So I can't say. I don't know anything about him. It's not like he's a great footballer, is it? It's not like he's one of the top stars. So I don't know much about him. I don't really know anything about him. So yeah, 333, 333, 3,333. They're not all the same, guys. Think about it financially. All right. Is $3 the same as $33? Is $33 the same as $333? Is $333 the same as $3,333? You can't just see a 3 and go, Freemason. It's weak, guys. It's really low level to do that. All right. Giving all credit to the Freemasons for such a beautiful number. It is a beautiful number. It connects more to the Holy Trinity. It connects to Jesus Christ. All right. Who was on the cross for 3 hours and he died and resurrected 3 days later. Stop giving it to the Freemasons, guys. The Freemasons, most of them are just regular people who are just desperate for companionship to make them feel like they have a role in the world. So anyways, let's break this down. I wanted to tell you that. All you guys going at me for all those threes, I've just silenced you, and you'll probably still find a way to say that. I'm a Freemason. So guys, let me put the air conditioner on, then I'll go into it. There we go. Right. So the upcoming Euros is in Germany, yeah? If you notice, Germany has the word germ at the beginning. We know Donald Trump was the commander-in-chief with coronavirus, okay, which involved germs. So the World Cup, the Euros begins on Trump's 78th birthday. And the opening game of the Euros is going to be between Germany, of course, because they're the host nation. The host nation always plays the opener. And who are they playing against? Germany are playing against Scotland. Now, who died in Scotland, guys? Put it in the chat. What super famous individual on September the 8th, 2022 died in Scotland? Who was it? Who I predicted would die 2 years before. She died. Said she would die at 96. Who died in Scotland, in Balmoral Castle? The Queen. Showing you how Trump connects to the royal family. So Germany are going to be playing Scotland in the opener, which is on Donald Trump's birthday. Now, Donald Trump's father, Fred Christ Trump, Trump's father's middle name was Christ, all right, was the son of German immigrants. His mother was Elizabeth Christ Trump, who was born in Bavaria, where the Illuminati were founded. Notice how Germany is sponsored by Adidas. Adidas was founded in Bavaria. Notice Arsenal is sponsored by Adidas. Okay, Arsenal, Gunners, they have all the war numbers. You need to go on my website. Big shout out to Decoding Oz. He's led me to some incredible finds. He's been saying Arsenal to win the league all season. All right. And some of the stuff I'm finding for them now is just off the charts. My code today from the to beat Wolves was special. Number 8 got the winning goal exactly 8 weeks after Israel was attacked by Hamas. It's the captain Odegaard, who has the same birthday as Pope Francis, who's the false prophet. So Trump's father, Fred, was the son of German immigrants, while his mother, Mary Ann McLeod, was a Scottish immigrant. And Scotland are going to play Germany in the opener of Euro 2024 on Donald Trump's birthday. Can I get a woo? Can I get a woo? I'm going to make sure on this. I've done it in the last World Cup and in the Euros. My hit rate was about 85% in all the games, both tournaments. Wait for this one. I'm going to expose every single detail of this tournament. And before I get into it, it's not rigged by man. I'll show you that by the end of this stream. Ooh, it's not rigged by man. It's not rigged by Vegas. It's not rigged by FIFA. All right. This is just the code we live in. All right. I'm going to show you that with who's playing who. why they're playing these teams, how it has nothing to do with Vegas. It all connects to World War I and World War II and the book of Revelation. Now tell me Vegas is revolving their odds around that. Come on, guys, we've got to do better. The World Economic Forum was founded in Germany. How interesting. You know, Chancellor Scholz and Trump have the same birthday. I had no idea. Did you know that the Denver Nuggets became 14-6 last night by beating the Suns, which is Donald Trump's birthday? The Nuggets beat the Suns. They're now 14-6. Remember, the Nuggets won the NBA Finals on George Bush Sr.'s birthday, who was the 41st president, and they won the NBA Finals against Miami Heat 4-1. Mar-a-Lago is in Florida. Okay. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I didn't know that, but that's great. So that's number one, the opening game. Just I've shown you why. It's Scotland against Germany. Now, check this out. I'm expecting quite a few woos here, guys. Ping that like button. If there's 26 of you, 26 likes all the way, baby. First of all, happy December to you all. I hope you have a great final month. All right, things are going to get wild in 2024. Honestly, but stay strong in the Lord. Stay strong in the Word. Not much you can do. You're not going to be able to stop what's about to happen. All right, you can be alert. Okay, but you ain't going to stop what's about to go down. It won't be stopped. Okay, that's why protests don't work. They don't work. What's meant to be will be. I want to give a shout out to Rico33 on my website. This guy is special guy, a special coder. And I've never met anybody who's so good at predicting goal scorers in my life. And he just posts them on my website daily. He had Rodrigo today, and he banged in a 2-0 win for Real Madrid. Like, he's a special coder. I need to find out his number one time just to call him and say thank you. You're going to have to tell me, mate. So the Euro 2024 draw took place on the day that Germany just beat France in the Under-17 FIFA European Championship in a shootout. And Euro 2024 will be the 17th edition of the Euros. The Under-17 European Championship was played in Hungary, who will be meeting Germany at Euro 2024. Wow. Guys, Germany, the under-17s, just won the European Championships today against France's under-17s in a shootout. In a shootout. All right, the day that the draw for Euro 2024 took place, which is going to be played in Germany. Germany connects to the wars, guys. If you ever talk about war, the first nation you think about is Germany. All right. It's mental. So England, I thought I'm going to have to look into England. Their opening game is on 6-1-6. Hey DKB, thanks for liking all my posts on Twitter. I appreciate you. England are playing on 6-1-6 against Serbia. 6-1-6 is the alternate number of the beast. England are going to be playing Serbia exactly 18 years after Messi scored his first ever World Cup goal, which was in 2006 on 6-1-6 in Germany versus Serbia. Let's say that again. England are playing Serbia in their opener on 6-1-6, June the 16th. 6-1-6, the alternate number of the beast. They're playing Serbia exactly 18 years after Messi scored his first ever World Cup goal, which was in Germany against Serbia. The 2006 World Cup in Germany. The day after, Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first ever World Cup goal. 6-1-7, the 113th prime. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic on 11/3. Notice the captain's armbands are all where most people got vaccinated. Those rainbow flags, guys, I've told you that rainbow is Satan. There's the rainbow with God, his covenant with Noah that he'll never flood the earth again. The rainbow with 7 colors. And then there's the LGBTQ plus community's rainbow flag that has 6. And they put the armband where most people got the you-know-what. How insane. Now, who just won? Who just won the NBA Finals MVP? Anybody in the chat? Who just won the NBA Finals MVP? MVP, MVP. These pathetic fans. MVP, MVP. Grown men. Who was it? Anybody? I know a lot of you are not that into the NBA. It's my favorite sport to code, to be honest. I think I have best hit rate when it comes to the NBA. I'll tell you it then in case you're not aware. Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic. The Serbian. The 41st draft pick. 41, guys. Messi won the World Cup. That began with 41 days left in the year, which was a tournament that began on Joe Biden's birthday. And now the Euros begin on Trump's birthday. Who replaced Obama, who was the 44th president, Euro 2024, 20 plus 24 is 44. And then who replaced Trump? It was your boy, Joseph Robinette Biden. And Trump claims that he's Batman. Hey, Jean. Now, who's the greatest tennis player of all time, Bebe? The final is on 96 weeks after the Queen died. Is that exact? I don't think that's exact. But let me know. I know that the upcoming World Cup is going to be 96 years after the first one. Interesting, isn't it? With the Queen dying at age 96 and a Jubilee lasted 96 hours, which is 4 days. Kate Graham, bloke's last name, from the LGBTs highlights the importance of the Rainbow Laces campaign. Again, the Premier League's been taken over by spiritual wickedness. Okay? England flew to Qatar on the Rainbow Jet. Me and Leticia said this. Leticia agrees with me. It shouldn't be involved in professional sports. He agreed. It shouldn't be. It has no place in them. When it comes to professional sports, guys, there should be an escapism where you can go and be entertained and have fun. But don't be consumed by them. Don't worship the players. Don't worship your club. All right? Don't gamble money you can't afford. But go enjoy the show like you'd enjoy a Netflix episode. But Satan's brought in these blatant agendas into professional sports. And that's a fact. And you all know it. All of you know that. You don't need to have a mind like mine or be gifted with numbers to know that. Why is politics? Why is the LGBTQ plus community? Why is Black Lives Matter getting involved in the beautiful game? Because it's the devil. It's the devil. It's not man. It's not flesh and blood. It's spiritual wickedness. The devil's time is short. He knows it. And he's revealing himself to the world, as are his demons. And because the world is so fallen now and people are so confused and beaten and just don't know what to believe anymore, they can't even see that Satan's here. Like fully here now. I'm not saying our reality is not always being coded, but the last 3 years, guys, I think Satan's been letting us all know that he's here. Do you agree? Give me a woo if you agree, guys. I hope you agree. September the 8th, 2022, to the final of the Euros is 96 weeks and 3 days after Germany won the 96 Euros in England. Wow, that's the 369 in reverse, which connects to Tesla. Again, did Tesla even exist? I don't know. I don't care. But where was Tesla from? Tesla connects to Serbia, guys. All right, he was born in Croatia, but he was a Serbian-American inventor. So we've got to look a bit deeper into Serbia. It's something about Serbia that all of us are missing, because you've got Tesla, you've got Djokovic, you've got Jokic, you've got Messi's first goal ever at a World Cup against Serbia, you've got England playing against Serbia. So your boy Illusion needs to get to the bottom of Serbia, and I will. I'll figure it out. I know they were part of the USSR, all right, and then it was Serbia and Montenegro, and then they split up for whatever reason. Now they're enemies. Again, it's amazing how this happens, how they can all be part of one in regards to USSR, and now they're enemies. Like, for example, Russia and the Ukraine. They were one at one point. They were part of the USSR. So I've got to figure out what it is about Serbia. And I will figure it out. Just, I'm not gonna figure it out in this live stream. But something going on with that nation. So maybe I'll look into, let me see if they have a president. And you've got your boy, aren't you? He went out to Saudi Arabia. What's his name? The striker who was at Fulham. Mitrovic. He's just scoring so many goals in Saudi Arabia. Alexander Mitrovic. Wow, and Serbia president's first name's Alexander. Maybe to do with Alexander the Great. This Alexander Vukic, president of Serbia, has the same birthday as your boy, the one and only superstar, Harry Maguire. What a strange looking guy. If you want to check this guy out, Alexander Vucic, this guy looks like he's wearing a mask. What the heck? Guys, I'm taking a photo of this. He's next to Putin here. And Putin's got a little pea head, hasn't he? Like, he's got this little head, Putin. And I'm going to share this photo for you all on Twitter. I know a lot of you follow me on Twitter. This is a interesting image. Serbia was from Yugoslavia. Yeah. What a great team they had at one point. Germans won 96. 96 is double 48, which is double 24. That's true. Israel was founded in 48. Did you see today that Arsenal are now 4 points clear at the top after number 8 scored the winner? It's about Israel. He wears number 8. He got the winning goal exactly 8 weeks after Israel was attacked. Notice the game was 1-0 because of number 7, 107. 10-7s when Israel was attacked. It's all coded, guys. At this point, there's a good chance, and I don't know, and I'll never know this, there's a good chance that Saka doesn't know. And it's just his numbers. Saka was born the year of 9/11. And I've done the durations between number 10, Smith Rowe, and number 7, Saka, for the 107. 404 days, and there's 404 verses in Revelation. And they both came through the academy together at Arsenal. So it's like, you can't plan that. The stuff I've got for Arteta is on my website. I'm not going to share it here. Guys, thanks to everyone who signed up at the beginning of the month. I appreciate you all. It's $10. It's best $10 you'll ever spend. But the Arteta fines that I've got, I know why he's Arsenal's head coach. All right, that's all I'm going to say to you. Arsenal going for the 14th league title. Yeah, and they're leading the league after 14 games. Hey, Joseph, God bless you, my brother. Guys, if you don't know who Joseph Aquaviva 2222 is, please sub to him. Check out his work. You won't be disappointed, guys. I know most of you already know who he is, but I get new followers every day who are not going to know who he is. So every time I say it, it might be a couple of new people that hear it. So, yeah, Arsenal, 33 points. They stayed on 3 draws and 3 losses in all competitions, and they connect to war. And Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 33. Arsenal were founded 137 years ago, the 33rd prime number. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic on 11/3. 11 times 3 is 33. The first Premier League coach to test positive for coronavirus was Mikel Arteta. Mikel translates to Michael, which was an archangel in the Bible. Hello, Adam. Can I invent technology devices without the government being involved? Yeah, but they won't become mainstream without the government being involved. You can invent and design whatever you want in your home. Whether it's going to be a success or not will come down to the higher ups within this beast system. I don't think you can get to the top of the beast system without assistance from the beast system. That's how I see it. What's the number 15? It connects to war. War equals 15 in gematria. Number 15, Mahomes won the Super Bowl this year. Number 15, Jokic won the NBA Finals. Both of them were the MVPs. Trump is going to be the 47th US president, in my opinion, the 15th prime number. But yeah, for me, the 15 heavily connects to war. And that's what's playing out right now. Like all the war numbers are playing out, which is why Arsenal won 2-1. 15 days before Odegaard's birthday, and in gematria, war equals 21 and 15. You add up those numbers, it's 36. The Falklands War ended on Donald Trump's 36th birthday. It's pretty remarkable, guys, isn't it? Yeah, I caught that. So I think you already know this, Joseph. Macaulay Culkin, who obviously his iconic role was Kevin McAllister in Home Alone, that was released 33 years ago. And he's just finally got on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So again, like the 33, for me, it's more connected to the fallen angels rather than Macaulay Culkin being a Freemason. It's more the fallen angels. Think how gifted he was at acting from a young age. Like, has there ever been a better child actor than him? What he was able to do in Home Alone, especially the first one, for his age, was just groundbreaking. And in My Girl as well. If you watch that movie, it's pretty sad. I won't tell you what happens, but My Girl's a really good movie. Really good movie. England's Euro campaign is going to begin on Jurgen Klopp's 57th birthday. That benefits England, who's German, coaches at Liverpool, the Reds. So perhaps a Liverpool player scores for England in the opener, but who do they have? Henderson? There's not many Liverpool players. Trent, maybe. Who else plays for England from Liverpool? Trent? Henderson left. Am I missing somebody like Blayton? They don't have many England internationals, do they? It could be Trent, number 66. Book of Revelations, the 66th book. I don't think Gomez is going to be in the squad. And it's not like he really ever scores, Gomez. Trent, if he's playing high up, I think he will be playing high up. They'll probably put him in the number 10, I think, at the Euros. and he'll start scoring goals like he did against Man City, where he makes those late runs because he's got a great strike. Whatever I say about these people, Trent can strike a ball as well as anybody can strike a ball. Elliott might get called up, but I don't think so. Like somebody like Elliott, I think has contacts in the game. Is involved in a lot of controversy, that Harvey Elliott, and he's got an energy about him which doesn't sit right with me. He's the one who did the gun celebration right after the girl died in Liverpool when she was shot dead, and then he celebrated by doing that. And I was like, how are people not seeing this? It's interesting that Tesla was born on a date written 10/7, the 10th of July, and Israel was attacked on October 7th, 10/7. And what is it with New York, guys? What is it with New York? Let's get to the bottom of it. You've got the Statue of Liberty, which I think is Lucifer. Trump was born in New York. You had Tesla, who died in New York. You had 9/11 in New York. You got the 2026 World Cup Finals going to be in New York. The greatest ever NBA player, Michael Jordan, was born in New York. The NBA was founded in New York. Event 201 was in New York. So I think we've all got to get to the bottom of why New York? Why that part of the world? Why New York? And New York, guys, is so much about, like, if you go to like the main area, the tourist area, it's really pushing just Satan, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's pushing all the movies and alcohol and M&Ms and things like that. It's just about idol worship, New York. Just like Hollywood. If you guys have never been to Hollywood, it is a shithole. All right? It's an absolute shithole, is Hollywood. New York's beautiful, from what I've heard. I've actually never been. I've been all over the US and never to New York. And I've never figured out why. I never did it. I've been invited so many times and never went. But again, I want to get to the bottom of New York. And I'm not doing it today, though. Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets won last year's NBA championship after 47-year drought. Yeah, brilliant. They did. I think West Ham won the first European trophy in 47 years as well. Captained by number 41, Declan Rice. And then Denver win the NBA Finals 4-1 on the 41st US president's birthday. So it is all connected. Like, it's... See my NFL code with Dallas? First game of week 13, 41 the 13th prime. It was 21-20 at halftime, 41 points. Dallas won the game with 41 points. They said they were going to win, and the Seahawks would cover. Dallas equals 41. 41's the 13th prime. 13's the 6th prime. Dallas got their 6th home win by winning a game by 6 points. I said all of this before, and I called the touchdown of Lamb because his name is very biblical. And that game was 10-7 at one point, which is when Israel was attacked. He's got Leon and Lamb in his name, guys. I called this about a month ago, and he's scored a touchdown every game since, when I told people, back him to get a touchdown every game. And he's got one every game since. Because Jesus is the Lion of Judah and is the blood of the Lamb. All right? And that guy's got Leon and Lamb in his name. And he was born on 4/8, and Israel was founded in 48. So it's remarkable stuff. Remember New York, where dreams are made of? Yeah, concrete jungle, where dreams are made of. That was Jay-Z, who was another one who was born in New York. The Simpsons predicted Jay-Z would be a billionaire. There's an episode, check it out. And now is a billionaire. But is he? Is he? I don't know. Do you know J's the 10th letter of the alphabet and Z's the 26th, like 1026? And Michael Jordan's NBA debut was 1026. And they're both born in New York. What's 10 plus 26? 36, 666, the 36 triangular number. Guys, our reality, man, it's so coded. I don't know why I've been given this gift, and some of you guys. One of the strongest ley lines runs to almost all 13 founding colonies. Nice. The US was founded 247 years ago, the 13th pentagonal number. They've been to 12 major wars. It's going to be 13 at any point. Ritual magic is strongest through key lines. Again, I think the magic is just the work of the devil. Did you see my NBA code yesterday where I said the magic would beat the wizards on the death anniversary of Black magician Aleister Crowley? It's like, what? Magic and wizards. Michael Jordan played for the Wizards. His nickname was the Black Cat, which connects to magic. It's all very interesting. Why I laugh, it's because it's like, what I say is like fact. Like, I'm not just throwing stuff out there. He did play for Washington. His nickname was the Black Cat. It was the magic against the Wizards on the anniversary of Black magician Crowley's death. Like, that's why I giggle. It's like, I'm not just making it up in my head. That is what it is. Why do you always ask me where the Yorkshire tea is, brother? It's where it always is. I actually had one yesterday, mate. I rarely have them. I'm running out. If I go to England this year, I'll buy more. But I am running out. Just like people are running out of time to accept Jesus Christ, guys. Prince Philip died April the 9th, 2021 to October the 7th. Yeah, exactly. Israel was attacked exactly 911 days after Prince Philip died, who died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. And 9 times 11 equals 99. And then the Queen died 911 days after COVID was declared a pandemic. You got the 212 of Manhattan. The recent Super Bowl was on 212, which is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. England food is basically roast chips and pies. Yeah, BK2, if you go to a regular like cafe in England, you go to like a typical cafe, and I like them. I'm all into that, especially when I go with my dad. Remember when I was younger, he'd take me to those cafes. All right, standard food, but I always enjoyed it. Yeah, you're looking at a pie, you're looking at chips with peas, you're looking at jacket potatoes, you're looking at a toasty. What else do you get from these cafes? It's pretty limited, isn't it? Help me out, guys. Like you got your pies, pretty much every pie you can think of. You got your chips, you got your peas or your beans, you got your jacket potato, you got your toasties. Fish and chips will be on there. Illusion about to sing Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Red velvet cake to finish off with a mug of tea, complimentary if you buy a cake. Beer, some of the cafes for me, I was more like, I drank Dandelion and Burdock. Give me a woo if you recall that. Dandelion and Burdock or a cheeky Vimto. Occasionally I would have a lilt. Might even throw in an orange tango, guys, back in the day. Bangers and mash, excellent stuff. The thing with bangers and mash, you know what's beautiful about that dish? It can be really like upper class, high end, or it can be just your classic cafe bangers and mash. I've had like some of the finest bangers and mash, all right, with your caramelized onions, the finest sausages, all right, your creamy mashed potatoes with parsley, and unbelievable, all right, with your onion gravy. And then I've had just your classic bangers and mash in a regular cafe, which did a job. Didn't blow me away, but as long as it had gravy on it, it was all gravy. I'll stop talking. I'm not hungry. I just had a big meal, so I can talk about food. I do like tacos, pastor with a bit of pineapple. Yeah, you get your ice cream with a bit of chocolate sauce on it, which worked wonders, guys. Maybe a cherry if you were lucky. You know what I mean? Get that cherry on it. Sorry, guys, I'll stop talking about food. I know this number's 111, 119 that reoccur more in mirror sequences. But if you look at the Suns and Nuggets yesterday, it finished 111, 119. The score. You'll see a lot in these NBA games. They're so close to the last 2 minutes. And then something happens. I saw it yesterday with the Nuggets. It was really close. Really close. And there's about a minute and 20 seconds left. The game was in the balance. And then I think it was Vukic for the Suns. He's through. He looks like he's just going to get an easy 2 points. He elbowed Jokic. And he couldn't even see Jokic. This is what I mean about it being coded. He's gone up to take the shot like that. And he's elbowed Jokic. Jokic has gone down. All right. Then Vukic, I think it's Vukic. I can't remember if that's how you pronounce his name. That was his 6th foul. So he got kicked out of the game. And he was having the game of his life. So he got kicked out. And then they went to the screen to check if it was a flagrant foul. A flagrant foul means that Nuggets get the ball, and at this point, Suns were in foul trouble, so Jokic was going to get his 2 free throws, and then the Nuggets got the ball back. So basically, that was game over. Jokic rarely misses from the free throw line, and then what happened? Jokic, he got 1 from 2, which is rare. He's usually perfect. And then they got the ball back. Jokic puts it in, and then it's done. It was done. So often in the last minute and a half of these games, it can be like a 1-point game, the whole game, and then Nuggets end up winning by 8. I see it so often. It's why I always tell people who bet on the NBA. I'm nearly always right with the NBA, guys. I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I'm speaking facts. But if your team's leading with like a minute left, don't count your chickens. All right, take your money or be smart. I've seen the craziest things happen in the NBA, more than any sport, where you're like, whoa, there's a minute and a half left. This team's up by 9 and they lose. Somehow do 3 turnovers. The other team gets 3 threes in a row, and you're like, then they're losing overtime. You're like, what just happened? What just happened? And that can actually work for your benefit as well. You should try our traditional Sunday lunch in Trinidad, Adam. You would like it. Macaroni pie, potato salad, kalulu, stew, chicken, and lentil peas, man. Mate, that sounds incredible. Huge fan of macaroni and cheese. Can eat any type of potato. Chicken stew all day long if it comes with creamy mash. Yeah, a nice carvery when it's cold. I'll ask you that again. Why am I turning into Gordon Ramsay here? I was talking about the Euros. I'm now talking about creamy mash, but let's just go with it. In England, guys, when it's freezing cold and it's dark and it's raining, what would you want to eat? So NR is talking about a carvery. I get it. Roast beef, gravy, potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, all the trimmings. All right, carrots, swede. Might throw in some broccoli, a few honey roasted parsnips, roasted potatoes, mashed potatoes. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. So Johnny G is saying sweetbread and coffee. I'm all over that. Soup, stew and fresh bread. Tomato soup for me. All right. Grated cheese on it. Couple of slices of Warburton's. Nice cup of tea. Double decker to dip in. Chocolate bar. I'd be good with that. A lasagna as well. I like a nice lasagna with a salad on the side. And my mum made this lasagna for me back in the day, and she put spice in it. I'm not a big guy into spice. It was delicious. There was a little kick in the lasagna, almost like you can have a little kick in a chili con carne. That's a good one. Chili con carne, rice, grated cheese, sour cream, a nice beer when it's freezing outside. I know a lot of people get takeaways. Maybe an Indian. Indian's a good shout as well, isn't it? Angel Di Maria is an invert, very, very likely. Or it could very possibly be a fallen angel. Remember, his name means angel of Mary. What if these fallen angels are both genders? Do you think it's possible that some of these people in the world are fallen angels, like Angel Di Maria? Like, look at Angel Di Maria's career. Is he that good? Is he that good? Been at Real Madrid, he did amazing. PSG, an unbelievable career with Argentina. He's doing great with Benfica. Didn't really do much for the Red Devils. I remember watching him when I was into footy. Di Maria and Falcao signed for United. And I had in my head that Di Maria and Falcao were just out of this world players. I watched them and I thought, what? These are absolutely bang average. Anybody remember this? Falcao went to United. It was like, I loved it at Monaco. He was this unbelievable player. Di Maria was a great player at one point. They went to United and they were average, man. Yeah, practically every day, Agent D, there's an NBA team that finishes with 119 points. That is very true. You probably see a few today. This was interesting that I found. So there's 4 teams in each group in the 6 groups at the upcoming Euros, like 46. Now, Euro 2024 takes place in Germany. All right. And it begins on Trump's birthday. We know his family are German. And Trump was born in 46. Now, Trump was replaced by 46 US President Biden. And the recent World Cup began on Biden's birthday. And World War I lasted 4 years, and World War II lasted 6 years, another 46. And then you had Tom Brady, who was 199th draft pick, the 46th prime. And he retired 46 days after the Pope's birthday. And then you had JFK, who was assassinated at age 46, and Argentina's World Cup campaign began on the anniversary of JFK's assassination. One second, guys. Yeah, so all of that, it's like, it's pretty insane, isn't it? Like, just how it's all coming together. It's like LeBron James is 4-6 in NBA finals as this is all going on, breaking all these records, is the all-time leader in points scored, the all-time leader in minutes played. All this is going on, guys, whilst Israel is at war. Look at Ezekiel 38, which is all about the Great War. Ezekiel 38. At age 38, LeBron James scored 38 points on the 38th day of the year to become the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. Read Ezekiel 38 in your Bibles. See why Brady won his last NBA Super Bowl on the 38th day of the year. Check all this stuff out, guys. It's absolutely mental. Skeleton determines gender, not genitals, 1,000%. Like in adulthood. Yes, it's your skeleton. I've said all of this. Hey, Abdul, God bless you. I've said all of this. Croatia is where Tesla was born, Agent D. I don't think they win it. I have my team. I'm not going to say it here, but yeah, I don't think it's Croatia. They might do well. They always seem to do well in big tournaments recently. But like I said, I've said for a long time, when it comes to a person's gender, it is their skeleton. All right? You can't change a person's skeleton. You can remove genitals. You can have breast surgery or breast reduction. You can remove your Adam's apple. You can insert an Adam's apple. All right. When it comes to your skeleton, like your spine and your hips, no. You can wear makeup. You can get your lips filled. You can get a wig or a weave. You can shave your hair off. You can take hormone tablets, either testosterone or estrogen. All right. You can put a dress on a man. You can do all of those things. Absolutely, you can do all those things. You cannot change a person's skeleton. Can anybody give me a woo here? Just got to keep it simple. Just give me a woo if I'm keeping it simple. You judge a person's gender from their skeleton. If you're judging it from all the other things, like the people who say if it's got an apple, it's got a banana, it's just that they're people who don't have much of a brain. They've not studied anatomy like me for months and months and months and months. All right, I don't know how many hours I've put into anatomy. I know that a man can have this removed, and I know a female can have one inserted. And all of you who are talking about this stuff should be doing your research. Otherwise, you're going to be foolish. Skull and bones, yeah, the skull. You can't change a person's skull. Can I get a woo? I just wanted a lot of woos today. Can I get it? How are you going to have surgery on your skull, like to get a new skull? You know what? I'm going to go on eBay and buy a new skull, which is more feminine-like. It's just silly. I see Germany are playing Switzerland, the so-called neutral nation. Keep an eye on Switzerland, guys. That is, I think it could literally be the home of the devil, Switzerland, Geneva. All right? They want you to think that that place is neutral. That place is not neutral. They're always having meetings there. The Bilderbergs are always in Switzerland. All right? That's where Federer's from, yeah? It's funny how their most famous chocolate's Toblerone, which is the triangle for the Illuminati. And for all the people that were saying Matt Letizia and the Illusion are members of the Illuminati, give yourself a slap. Just give yourself a little slap. All right? Put some cold water over your face and give yourself a slap. I'm not a member of the Illuminati, and neither is Letizia. Like, have a word. It's kind of comical, that comment that I read. France have got the Netherlands, Austria connects to war. They've got Austria. What else? Belgium probably have the easiest group. The Red Devils, Belgium. I think Lukaku right now is the leading scorer, or he was the leading scorer in qualifiers. I've coded him as well. The 13-5 birthday, Revelation 13-5 is how the beast reigns for 42 months. That's why Lukaku is banging in all these goals when he's bang average at best. But he always seems to score. Portugal have a pretty easy group, you would say. But again, it's not about ability. So they've got Turkey and Czech Republic. And then there's a playoff to see who's going to make it. I wonder if the Ukraine get there. They're in the playoffs. Wales are in the playoffs. I can't remember who else is in those playoffs. Yeah, Gullit, Rijkaard, Van Basten, like, in all seriousness, crazy talented players. I want to give a shout out to a member of my website. I've already given Rico one. But his name's Serious Headed. He coded Brentford to win today with a really clean code. And they won. So you're getting better every day, brother. See, Forest lost. I've told you, I've got them to go down. And everyone went, oh, Forest is staying up, Illusion. It's like, guys, it's the beginning of December. You're hearing everyone say this now. The teams that came up are going down. That's all I'm hearing. Sheffield United, Burnley, Luton, they're all going down. It's done. It's like you think it's going to be that straightforward. Look what happened to Burnley today. They won 5-0. All right? Keep an eye on a team like... Or Forest are safe. I heard the pundits I occasionally watch some of the stuff on Instagram, those 1-minute videos when I'm bored. Rarely, but sometimes I do it. And I think it was Roy Keane talking. I can't do his accent at all, but it was basically they were talking about who's going down. They all said the teams that came up. They were like, Everton are going to have too much. They're going to stay up. And I think they will stay up because they've just invested in a new stadium. You've got to think of those stuff as well. So I don't think Everton go down despite getting the 10-point deduction. And then they win 1-0 today, like 10. And then they were talking about Forest. And Roy Keane was like, yeah, Forest has way too much quality. Too much quality in that squad. They're not. Forest are safe. Forest are safe. The way he said it, I was like, Forest are not safe. Roy Keane. All right, they're not safe. So again, that bottom three, they win a couple of games. Forest lose a couple. Forest, before you know it, in the bottom three. So yeah, don't just think those three are going down. When I hear all the normies as well say that, oh, it's obvious they're all going down. It's like, okay, so they're not all going down then, because all of you are saying it. And from my experience, that's not what happens. When the general public all think something's going to happen, it doesn't really happen, does it? Because they're getting misled. They don't have the gift of discernment that I have. Right. So Johnny thinks Luton will stay up. They broke the record, the first team in history to go from the non-league to the Premier League in 9 years, the number of completion. Poland didn't qualify. Yeah, that was a shock. It was a shock Poland's not there as Hitler invaded Poland, which triggered World War II. BK2, I was born in 86. Now I see through Satan's tricks since decoding this matrix. Not Satan is since decoding this matrix. Truth is where I get my kicks. What a tune that was, eh? I haven't heard that for a while. That's my song, by the way, guys. 9-year journey that ended in 2023. Yeah, good point. 23, the 9th prime. Go watch my video about the championship playoff final. Luton Coventry. I think it was number 23 that missed the penalty. That meant Luton got promotion to the Premier League to get back there. It's just wild. I don't believe that player knew he was missing. I just don't. What would be your advice for someone who is young, trying to balance life with a spiritual life, since sometimes I just feel tired to pick up my Bible? That's a great question, Hans. So the Bible tells us to be of the world and not in love with it. Don't believe that you have to read the Bible hours at a time or every day. Don't feel guilty for not reading it. All right. I would download the King James Bible on your phone. Every morning it gives you a morning prayer. It asks how you're feeling. And then you click on whatever you're feeling. Then it gives you a prayer connected to that emotion. Then it gives you a couple of verses, and that can be enough. And don't see it as a chore. Don't see it as homework, the Bible. Maybe pray. If it's something you do want to get into, but you're finding it difficult, maybe ask God for that guidance. Don't be consumed by the world. Don't let it get to you. Don't get overly emotional, positive or negative ways. Don't try and prove yourself to people anymore. It's not worth it. Just be comfortable in your faith. It's not a competition. There's people who go to church and read the Bible 6-7 hours a day who won't have the discernment that I have. That's just the reality. So it's not a case of the more you read the Bible, the more you understand it. And don't do this, which I did for a while, brother. Not anymore. I got through it. When you're going through all of this with all this research and start seeing all the sin in the world and the corruption, it takes the joy out of life. It did for me. I told you I wasn't depressed, but I didn't have much joy in my life because I began to hate the world. So the devil was working his magic on me. at the beginning of my awakening. Because remember, my whole character was just flipped upside down. My whole worldviews were flipped upside down. And I started to I didn't want anything to do with the world, anything. And now I've realized I've got a beautiful girlfriend. I enjoy my food. I can occasionally watch a sports game now. It's not going to make me walk out of a restaurant like it once did. I can occasionally watch a movie now, knowing that it's not all satanic. All right. So just don't get too carried away with everything. Don't get too overwhelmed by everything. And know that Jesus Christ has to be number one. It might not be number one like every moment of your life. But when you're struggling, go to him. When things are going well, thank him. I'm going to try and finish my book over this weekend. And that's one of my chapters. Like why we should be thankful to Jesus. All right. So I hope that answered your question. You do need that balance in everything in life. Even though the outcomes are coded, Poland is absolutely tragic at football. Can't score, can't pass, can't defend. Well, they were at the last World Cup, mate. They qualified for the last World Cup. They've got one of the greatest strikers of our generation. But yeah, they're not making it, or they didn't make it because of the code. It's not because the players wasn't good enough. If you look at some of the teams that are... guys, it's amazing how many times the crossbar and post is getting hit in the Premier League. It's honestly staggering how often. Trippier just hit the crossbar now. Millimeters, again, showing you can't rehearse that. By the way, Arsenal today, it was Arteta's 147th Premier League game, 147. And the Euro final is going to be on 14-7. I'm not saying Spain are getting there at all, but it's very interesting how it all syncs up, guys. The 147 connects to Prince Philip and the Queen. Philip died 4'9", Elizabeth 9'8", 49 plus 98 is 147. There's 147 windows at the White House. You got the snooker tournament going on right now. The highest break is a 147. Put the balls inside a triangle, don't they? The red balls, of course. So again, like if we're saying it's all about ability, why are Albania at the Euros? Hungary, all right, Slovakia. It's just potentially Kazakhstan, guys. I remember back in the day when that movie came out. Was it Bruno from Kazakhstan? When that movie came out, pretty much every time Kazakhstan had a game, they were like 7-1, 8-1, 12-1 to win. And now the favourites more often than not. This is Kazakhstan. Very nice. All right. Greece might get there. That's where Prince Philip was born. You got Georgia there, connected to the Georgia Guidestones. They might go through. Luxembourg. Is this a piss take? Wait, is this a piss take? Can Luxembourg make the Euros? Guys, back in the day, they were getting 9 put past them every game. Guys, Luxembourg's it's tiny. They used to have like a couple of semi-pro footballers, and then they had electricians and firemen and policemen playing for them. And now they might get to the Euros. This can't be right. Let me check. Euro 2024 qualifiers. How many points? They would get every qualifying campaign, they'd have no points. Luxembourg. Where are you? All right. Spain, Scotland, France, Netherlands. That makes sense. I'm surprised Scotland advanced ahead of Norway. Where's Luxembourg? How many points they got? 17 points for Luxembourg. In 10 games, you've got to be pulling my pants down, guys. I am shocked by that. What's happened? Why have they all of a sudden got a good team? How? They finished 5-2-3 in the group. Is that because it's the 99th prime number? Guys, wait, my head's gone. My head's gone. I'm taking a while to process. Luxembourg, 17 points. What next? Faroe Islands going to win the World Cup? The Faroe Islands going to win the World Cup? My word. Wow. Hey O'Malley, much love. Germany have no top strikers, no. It doesn't matter if it's about the code though, does it? Yeah, San Marino and Faroe Islands to make it to the World Cup. Outrageous, guys. Wow. My head's gone. Sorry. I might have to leave the stream after what I just saw with Luxembourg. It's just my opinion, but some players look like they actually do have talent, even though it's coded for them to win. Others look tragic, even though coded. Yeah. There's definite talent there. There's definite talent. And there's definitely players that shouldn't be where they're at. I told you there's levels to it all. Shown you all of that. Notice England have Denmark as well. Prince Philip was born into Danish bloodline. You had Ericsson have his cardiac arrest. He's now playing in England. I think he was at the time. Was he at Spurs at the time, or was he at... Where was Ericsson when he had his cardiac arrest? Was he at Inter Milan? And then he gets a big move. Who in your right mind as a big football club would sign a player who just had a cardiac arrest at the end of his career? Let's just have a moment to ponder that. What major club would sign a player who's at the end of his career, who's just had a cardiac arrest? Why did Man United sign Ericsson if it's not coded? Guys, talent does exist. Just watch my recent video that I shared. I'll show you it again here for you who haven't seen it. First attempt, guys. Remember, I sometimes got bitter with not being a pro because I was as good as pretty much everyone I played against. And people can't have that because they don't know me, but I was. So this was the... That's just natural talent that I was given. I told you when my dad gave me a football when I was about 5, he said I got it. I just started dribbling with the ball really fast. He said he couldn't believe it. So that is just, there is talent. I'm not saying everybody at the elite level is not talented. There's plenty of talent. I've told you that. The players that I loved, Henry, Eden Hazard, I like Perez, I liked Figo, Zidane. Like, again, I don't know if they're possessed. Who knows? Somebody told me this, and I was like, this is really interesting because I thought it myself. And I've said this stuff for a while. I said that the demon of Maradona went to Messi. All right? And doesn't it feel like the demon of Zidane has gone to Bellingham? Anybody give me a woo? They both got the number 5. They're both like very similar build. Both unbelievable with both feet. Both scorers of great goals. Zidane more, but it's almost like Bellingham is like this. I'm not going to say he's Zidane level, but he's getting compared to Zidane. It's like, do these demons, like, I think Bellingham wears Predators now. Does he wear Predators? He wears Predators like Zidane did. Now, again, I'm not saying Bellingham's Zidane, but Bellingham at his age is better than Zidane was. That's the reality. Bellingham at his current age is better than Zidane was. What's Bellingham? 21? Let me look at his age. I don't think there's many people in the world that have done what Bellingham's done. At what age? He's 20. Remember, Maradona won the World Cup on the date Bellingham was born, the June 29th. Not the exact year, but the date. And it's like, yeah, it's very strange. It's very, very strange. Jude Victor William Bellingham wasn't scoring any goals for England, and he just goes to Real Madrid and just banging goals every game pretty much. Like, if Bellingham doesn't score, it's a massive shock. He didn't score today. But if Bellingham doesn't score, it's like, what's going on? But let me break down a bit of NBA before I go. Barrett, Sacha Baron Cohen. Yep. I never found him funny. I can see why people did. Yeah, there's a hockey team called the Predators. I can see why people found him funny. I didn't find him funny as Borat. I didn't find him funny as Ali G. And there was another movie he was in. What was it called? I just don't think he's funny. I can see why people like him, though, but not for me. The Great Dictator or The Dictator or something. I don't think it's funny. And he's another one that he's dressing up as gay guys. And yeah, something not right about that guy at all for me. No way is England winning. Mate, the fact is, because I've humbled myself, here's the reality. Shout out to Yeadon FC, baby. Okay, Adam. Guys, Yeadon FC, great team. All right, they play on Sundays. They've got a great set of lads. They're all good footballers. They're all hilarious. All right. It's a shame that I didn't play a few games for them. They got a coach from Italy who's clueless, but he's passionate, which the players should appreciate because he does care. He just don't know what he's doing. But I trained a few times with Yeadon FC, and they got to see the illusions magic. That's all I'm going to say. Adam, did you go to training when I trained or not? You might be able to back up that I've got a bit of ability in my back pocket. Maybe you wasn't training at 5 Alive, is it? When I come visit again next year, as long as I can fly and World War III is not in full effect, I'll come training again. But my dad was the one, he said, Ads, don't play for them. You're going to get smashed. In regards to fouled. He said, you don't want to be stuck in England and miss your flight. That's why I didn't play. It's the only reason I didn't play. My dad was like, they're going to come for you the way that you play. They always have done. It's not going to change now. But I was watching my brothers play, and I was like, oh, I wish you were on the pitch. And the last game, I think I've only watched them once in a game, actually. And they were losing. And then their Italian coach made these changes. And they came back and won. And like the changes at the time, it's like, what's he doing bringing on this guy? And then the other guy they brought on was like a very good player, actually. He played a little bit like Jamie Vardy. He scored. But they brought on this big lad who looked like he belonged on a rugby field. And he scored a worldie. So honestly, it looked like that coach was like a genius. But he only brought those players on because people at the side were like, bring them on, just let them have a run out. Turns out that they won the game. My brother Tom in that game had an absolute nightmare. George did well, but Tom, he's a technically gifted footballer. He's not the quickest or anything, but he's got technique. He had a shocker in that game. And I think both my brothers are very good footballers. I don't think they're great, but I think they're good. It was nice to watch them both play. I love that they're on the same team. George, my youngest brother, is very quiet, doesn't speak much, but he's got an unbelievable left foot. Tom's funny, and he can put it on a sixpence. Like, he can switch a ball 80 yards to your feet 9 times out of 10. But he's not going to beat a player and dictate a game. It's not that good to do that. But they're both good. Adam's saying magic, mate. Okay. Cheers, brother. Don't let Satan steal the joy out of your life. Exactly, JP, what I was saying. He kind of did it for me. You know, I had the 9 months when all I did was gamble. All I did was code and gamble and watch sports by myself in my apartment. Hey, Ads, what's up? Why are you never out anymore? Hey, Ads, why are you not coaching anymore? Hey, Ads, why did you give up your job? Girls asking me on dates. I'm not interested. I gave up on the world. I was like, I'm going to just stay by myself. I don't want to be around people. Never, ever been like that in my life. I'm so outgoing. Pretty funny guy. Say yes to pretty much anything. To a certain level. And I was like, the world sucks. All right, I'm just going to win all this money and I'm going to just stay away from everyone. They all annoy me. It was not a nice place to be. So that's the only time Satan's really ever got to me in my life, was when I questioned the whole world and I started thinking, oh my word, from top to bottom, it's corrupt. And now I've realized the world's beautiful. It's the system that's sick and the devil's already lost. So whilst I'm here on earth, I'm going to enjoy it. But I'm not going to live my life for pure enjoyment. All right? My faith will come first. But I'm not going to let the devil ruin my time on earth. All right? Screw him. He's going to hell. It's already written. Rejoice always, praise without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Bang on. Bang on. I just joined the stream who's winning the Euros. Ronaldo 2017, brother. It ain't that easy with me. I put hours and hours and hours and hours into codes. I don't just come to YouTube for Ronaldo 2017 and say this team. That's just not how it works, unfortunately. So, yeah, I pay... What do I say? I pay $10 in the past, $20, $30 to follow people's Patreons who were average at the very best. Mine's $10 a month, 30 cents a day. If you want to know, the website has all my codes. All my futures are doing unbelievable right now. All of them. And they usually do. So check it out there. If you don't have $10, then I don't know. Oh, no. Maybe you don't. So Portugal, I think, were the only team that had a perfect campaign at the Euros. They won 10 out of 10. All right. Which is very interesting. So a lot of people are going to be hyping up Portugal. They ain't winning the Euros again. They're not going to have Ronaldo win too. He won it in 2016 against France. I don't see how Portugal win it again. I don't think Ronaldo, 8 years later, I know 8 is a massive, massive number. If Trump becomes the president, his first day in office is exactly 8 years after his first day as the 45th. Messi just won his 8th Ballon d'Or. Arsenal's captain's number 8, Odegaard. They could very well win the league. The World Cup logo was an 8, the infinite symbol. England got knocked out in the last 8 by France. So, yeah, there is the 8 for Portugal, but they've never won the Euros, have they? We'll do this before I go because I can't be here much longer. Bellingham has 17 goals in 19 games as a midfielder. Exactly. But he barely scores for England. It's just, I've done my codes on Jude Bellingham and Job Bellingham and the Book of Jude and the Book of Job. They're brothers. They both signed for new clubs on the same day. Jude went to Madrid. Job went to Sunderland. obviously different levels to it. They can't both go to Real Madrid. That'd been ridiculous. But has there ever been brothers that have played for Real Madrid? That's my first question before I go. Ronaldinho demon has gone into Neymar. Again, yeah, very, very possible. Ronaldinho said Neymar's going to be the next big thing. He also said he's going to break Pele's record. Like, again, did Ronaldinho's demon get transferred over to Neymar? Look what happened to Ronaldinho after. He's gone to jail. All right. The media hammered him. He got a drug and gambling addiction because that demon that gave him all that glory left him. I don't need you anymore, Ronaldinho. All right. You're not playing in front of 100,000 people now at the Nou Camp. These demons need the energy. They need to be worshipped. So think about it. Doesn't it make sense when a player retires and they're not in the public eye as much, that demon looks for another vessel? Because that's what they can do. They can move from vessel to vessel. It's almost like a sickness. You know how you can make somebody else sick? Cough in the face whilst you're sick. You can then go to them. So don't it make sense? Think carefully what I'm saying here. All right? Doesn't it make sense that these demons are going from one player to the next? You're telling me this. You're telling me that Kobe Bryant didn't play identical to Michael Jordan. Give me a woo if you agree. Kobe Bryant had the exact same style of play as Michael Jordan. Then the media say, well, Kobe based his game off him. Well, why are they not all basing the game off Michael Jordan, the GOAT? Kobe Bryant played identical to Jordan. Messi played practically identical to Maradona. Neymar, very similar to Ronaldinho, with all the tricks, spectacular goals, always smiling. Makes you think, doesn't it? It makes you think. That's all I'm going to say. My website, my YouTube channel, my Twitter, it makes you all think. Yeah, people don't believe Satan exists. That's the main problem. Satan's greatest trick is that he doesn't exist, or making people think that. It is so true, man. Adam, I'm moving out in 4 months. I'm scared to live anyone. What, live alone, you mean? There's so much in the world to prevent yourself from being bored, mate. All right? You can work out, get into that. If you're one of those people that obsesses over TV, there's thousands of channels now. You're not going to get bored. If you've got video games, the people never seem to get bored of them. All right? Start new hobbies, write a book, do some research, read the Bible. There's so many things that you can do. Design something. I don't know what you're gifted at. Artwork, maybe. Go on dates. Try and go on dates if that's possible. Learn how to code. You're always in my live streams. Try and learn how to code. There's too many things in this world for people to say they're bored. Can I get an amen? How people say they're bored? No, they're not bored. They're just not creative. They're not bored. They just lack that ability to be creative. There's so many things. Right now, I could end this stream. Right? I could end this stream right now. And then I could work on my book. I know it's circumstances. I could go jump in my pool. It's not my pool. Don't think I'm rich. It's a community pool, but hardly anyone uses it. I could go jump in the pool. I could go have a swim. I could come in, take a shower, might have a nap. All right, for me, I could check my website then. I might check out what the scores are in the NBA, for example. All right, and go out for dinner tonight, see my girlfriend, drop her off because she doesn't drive. Come home, I'll probably code for Sunday. All right, then I might read the Bible a little bit. All right, get up, go to the gym. Like, there's too many things in the world to say I'm bored. I can't have that. You can find something boring. All right? You could be sat in a science lecture and say, this is boring. But to talk about general life and just say, oh, I'm so bored. Do something. Do something about it then. If you're bored. I'm not having a go at you here. I'm being supportive. I'm being straight up. If you're bored, do something about it. Adam, is the Cotswolds the countryside? I think so. I don't know much about it. I saw your video about the connection between Kobe and Miles Garrett. It's remarkable. I appreciate it. The connections are remarkable. I can't prove that it is Kobe, or what if it's Kobe's demon that's gone to Miles Garrett? It's just all very strange. The connections between Kobe and Miles Garrett, I think they're some of the best that I've ever made. I'll never be able to tell you if it is him. I think Kobe's a fallen angel, or whoever possessed Kobe was. I really believe that. They would always call his daughter an angel, Gianna. She was an angel. But I've learned with those things, I can't prove it, but my word, those connections with Miles Garrett and Kobe Bryant, they're absolutely unbelievable. So thank you for that. Thank you, Adam, for sharing your 9 months of isolation from the world. The world is corrupt, but Satan is defeated. We can live and face the world with victory in Jesus Christ. I love what JP has to say. All right, great messages. What if we have a blackout? We're done. For if that happens, I suppose it might happen in the future. There will be a blackout. What are you going to do about it? You get a generator, and then that runs out. Guys, you need your faith. You need Jesus Christ right now. Whether it's World War III, a blackout, the banks shutting down, Islam taking over, all this stuff, that's all very possible. You need Jesus. You need your faith. That's why you got to build your armor. You ain't going to stop a blackout or natural disasters or World War III or a new virus, whatever it may be. You ain't going to stop it. You need Jesus. You do. You might not think it, but you ain't going to defeat Satan by yourself. But again, if you don't believe in Satan, I'm wasting my time on you. The aspect of moving from my parents' house to live alone first time, yeah, that's a big deal. Try and see the positives in it. You're going to grow. You'll be more responsible. You've got more free time. You can walk around your house naked. All right, nobody to answer to. You can eat whenever you want, probably with your family. You're sitting down together. All right, maybe your house with your family only had one bathroom and you're waiting. You're desperate for a shit, but your mum's taking a shit. And now you're like, but mum, I'm going to shit myself. But she's like, I'm taking a shit. What do you want me to do about it? Now in your own house, you need a shit, you take a shit. So many blessings, guys. And that's a big one right there. All right, for me, I live alone and I love taking a shit. It's one of my biggest pleasures in life now in a world full of sin. I take a really nice shit. And there's no one that's going to be knocking on the door. I'm not worried about it. You know, when you try and take a shit in an airport, it's horrific. Awful. All right, it's intense. You're under pressure. You're hoping you sit down and it flies out. When I'm here taking a shit, I'll take my time. I'll read a book. Might even do a code. All right? Just think about the world. Now, I couldn't do that when I lived with my mum. My brothers were there. She was there. All right? And who knows, maybe 3 of us need a shit at the same time. Thankfully, at my mum's house, we had 2 bathrooms. So I was pretty much all good. Never felt like I was taking a pressure shit. I have done in many people's houses. Felt under intense pressure. And that for me is why I don't shit in other people's houses anymore. I don't know why I'm talking about shit, but hey, this is what I mean. This is the type of stuff. See the positives. All right, living alone might be daunting, but my word, a lot of good that comes with it, mate. A lot of good that comes with it. Adam, your Shane McGowan video is good. Yeah, thank you. Did you like my intro? I learned that in a minute, I would say. The beginning of the fairy tale of New York. That beginning of the video, that was me. I just learned it. I thought, let me just learn this quickly. And if it doesn't sound right, I won't put it in. I was like, it sounds half decent. You know it's that song. But yes, it was a good video, the McGowan one. Again, it's all revolved around the Bible, man. To be honest with you. Yeah, exactly, Agent D. Again, with the fart, you can, if you want to do a massive fart in your own apartment with no one there, you're all good. Now, if your mum sat next to you watching Loose Women, you're like, probably have to take this upstairs. Because if you do it, what are you doing, Adam? That's disgusting. And she's probably right. TV, that's another one. Thank you for that. When you live alone, I don't own a TV. I'm not interested. Don't judge anybody who has one. You know what I mean? It's a form of escapism, as long as you're not just always watching it. But the TV, say you only have one TV in your house with your family. All right, you want to watch United, Newcastle. Your mum wants to watch Strictly Come Dancing. Then then there's a fight that takes off. Or all right, you can watch the first hour Strictly. I'm watching second half for United. None of that when you live alone. I'm watching that. No one's going to stop me. So again, mate, like, just see the positive in living alone. It's probably going to cost you more money. It will cost you more money, to be fair, but money comes and goes, guys. It's about to collapse anyway. A lot of the world's probably going to be homeless soon. Let's just party in the streets. Imagine being homeless where you don't have to work and work a shitty 9-to-5 job. Let's just live on the streets. I don't know, go fishing, have a few fish, and chill out. That's not all bad, is it? All right, build a house together, get some sticks together. All right, build a house. Again, it depends on the climate, doesn't it, and all of that. But I don't think being homeless is going to be all that bad where I live. I'm all right with it. I live in a warm climate. I might take a few scorpion stings. I might get a few mosquitoes bite my ass, make it itch to the point where it bleeds. I might get really hungry. But God, the Bible says he's going to provide all of our needs. All right? The way God operates, I'm probably like on the verge of starvation. I'll walk down the street and then a grandma will be like, hey, I've just made these chocolate muffins. Would you like one? I have no money. No, it's complimentary. Whoa, yes. And think how much I'm going to tuck into that chocolate muffin. It's going to be unbelievable. Now, if I had 50 of them in my fridge, all right, no. But if I'm starving and that grandma, she's got chocolate muffins for whatever reason, she's giving them out for free. She's got the Holy Spirit in her. Oh, my word, every single taste of that chocolate muffin is going to take my breath away. So I ain't worried, Satan, about being homeless or losing all that I have. I don't want to lose it. I ain't going to sit here saying I want to lose it. If I wanted to lose it, I'd give it all away. But I ain't worried about losing it. All right? So Satan, do as you wish with me. All right? I got God on my side, baby. You don't. Woo-woo. Adam, do you like the song Fairy Tale in New York? I mentioned that to a few people. I really, really like it. I don't like Christmas music. I've not been into Christmas for 20 years. I really like that song. And it's a song you can listen to all year. It's not like Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. And again, another one who I believe is had the voice of an angel demon. Some of the notes Mariah Carey could do. Another one who always was fighting the demons, never happy, going from relationship to relationship because the devil would lead her to that guy and then that guy and that guy. They have no free will at that level. So, yeah, it's a song that I actually like. I love piano, as you know. There's a lot of piano in that. It wasn't overly produced. The video felt real. It just was like a masterpiece of a song. Now the modern day music, just what is it? It's pretty much AI, isn't it? Same melodies. I said I feel like the devil's running out of ideas when it comes to the mainstream. Man United are 1-0 down, good. Because I said Newcastle should win. Again, I used to be a diehard Man United fan. So my website likes Newcastle. I like Newcastle. If you've taken Newcastle, this is where you cover Man United double chance at 3-1. It's very simple now. If your team goes up, second half, you cover the double chance and you guarantee a profit. But again, it all depends on how much money you staked. I was betting thousands of dollars. I think Newcastle, they were plus 110 or something. But yeah, I'm not even going to guess who scored, because quite frankly, I don't care. But if Newcastle win, they go 8-4, which is Kobe's jersey numbers, and the Ukraine's founding date was August the 24th. But again, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. But anyone who took Newcastle, if you lose money now, then you don't pay attention to what I have to say to you. All right? You're in a great position. If it was did it 55 minutes, number 10. Wow. 55, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. Satan equals 55 and 10. Brady won Super Bowl 55 in his 10th Super Bowl. Pretty mental, isn't it? Is it bad if I have a fan page? What do you mean by a fan page? What you follow? What do you mean by a fan page? Somebody's saying Gordon scored. Alto. From what I've seen of Gordon, you're not going to like me saying this. From what I've seen of Gordon, I think he's very good. I don't watch football much anymore. I told you I watch the highlights. He might just be a highlight player. Back me up here for the ones who are always watching the game still. I think that Gordon's a player. I think he's quick. I think he beats a player. I think he scores. He can create. I think he's strong. Got a great touch. I could be wrong, just from what I've seen. Anybody want to go against that? Feel free. You've probably watched him way more than me. Adam here in the UK, last Christmas, crap music is pounding my head. Yeah, in general, Christmas music's awful. You know what I mean? When George Michael Last Christmas comes on, or All I Want for Christmas Is You, Christmas Time, Mistletoe and Wine, is that Cliff Richard? Turn it off. What do you mean, Adam? Turn it off. And if I'm in your house, I'll walk out. It does something to me. Christmas music is like a baby screaming in my face. Or when a motorbike goes right past me. Or when a dog is aggressively barking for nothing. It does something to me. My head pounds. And Christmas music does that to me. I've never liked it. Ever. The music. Ever. Since a kid. I did like Home Alone growing up. All right. I did like Christmas movies. Not anymore. But you know, in Home Alone, where it goes, like when that came on, I like that. I like melodies like that. I like choir, like the choir singing in a church. I like that. But your typical mainstream Christmas songs, nah, never liked them. Never liked them. Didn't Chelsea try to sign Gordon? Yeah, they did. Huge amounts of money. But he went to Newcastle because I'm sure he was coded to go there. To give him the number 10 shirt when he barely did anything for Everton is a monster move. All right? To give a young lad the number 10. How many appearances did he make for Everton? It wasn't many. I don't even think he was banging many goals, but from what I've seen of Gordon, he can play. Let me just check the odds of this game out of interest. Chuck coded Newcastle, and he's one of the very best coders in the world. He's just outrageously talented at coding. All right, so Man United are 20-1. The chances of Man United winning now are just slim to none. But again, this is the Premier League. They might win 4-1. If you take Man United double chance now, they're plus 350. That means if they draw or win, you win. But for my code with Newcastle and Chucks, mine's just very basic, just the 8-4. That's why I think City are going to beat Tottenham tomorrow. All of you do this now before I go. He scored 10 goals for Everton. Exactly 10 months after Ten Hag's. But Abid's here. What a guy this is, Abid. Guys, for all of you on my website, I probably wouldn't have it now if it weren't for Abid in the chat. So yeah, Ten Hag's birth is 2-2. There's 22 chapters in Revelation. That's why he coaches the Red Devils, and his birthday was exactly 10 months ago, and number 10's just scored to make it 1-0. So will it finish 1-0? It might be too perfect. Sometimes that's the case. Maybe that is the riddle. Maybe they win 1-0. Maybe not. Again, don't take my word for it. So what's 1-0? Both teams to score is plus 150. So if Man United score, it's plus 150. Newcastle double chance is minus 5,000, which again pretty much tells you United are not winning unless something disgusting happens. Maybe Newcastle sending off and a penalty is 1-1, and then the Goblin Fernandes pops up in the 99th minute and scores with his vagina. What was I going to... So it's not showing me 1-0. All right. Less than 1.5 goals is 2-1. So what it's telling you here on the book is for 1-0, not saying it's going to happen. Don't hammer me in the chat and don't praise me if it does. If it's 1-0, if you want 1-0, it's 2-1 right now. Right now, it's 2-1 for it to finish that scoreline. Part of me is like, it's almost too perfect. Be careful. I've done that before and it has been perfect. The Knicks just dropped Toronto to 9-11. The Knicks playing New York, the New York Knicks. The Knicks became 12-7. On 9/11, buildings 1, 2, and 7 of the World Trade Center came down. Yesterday, the New York Knicks dropped Toronto to 9/11 and became 12-7, 1-2-7. A span of 9 months and 11 days before the anniversary of 9/11. So I look at that, I go, that is just breathtaking. Is it too good? Clippers 13, Warriors 18. Oh my word, Revelation 13-18. Again, the first, I'm going to take a screenshot. Revelation 13-18 is how the number of the beast is 666. Golden State play in San Francisco, where the Church of Satan was founded in 66. Good find. I can't believe you've just shown me that. And I managed to get a screenshot. Again, my code in that game is very like, I did it quickly. I just saw Warriors can drop to 9/11. They're winning right now. They could still win it for sure because my code wasn't deep. But if Warriors drop to 9/11, they're the same odds now. So the Warriors and the Clippers are both the same odds. I said Steph Curry would have a big game. How many points is he on? 3. Not great. But again, the first quarter in the NBA is nothing. It's like, it's literally just irrelevant. I've seen teams up by 15, 17 after the first quarter and lose by 15. So I will say it's relevant coding, like the 13-18. If it's a satanic riddle that benefits the team, you're like, oh, that's great. Did the score go 9/11 by any chance? 41 in the live. It's not much, is it? But we'll take it. If you haven't pinged the like button, please do so. Yeah, I think when you follow fan pages, when you're an actual fanboy, it's idolatry. You want to stay away. I'm with the mindset of respect an individual, appreciate their talent. Don't be a fan. Never be a fan. So I respect your talent. No, I'm a fan of yours. I'm a fan of you. I love you. Like all of that. That's like, it's 2 levels. New favorite word, levels. Say, listen, you're a quality footballer. No, I love you. You're the greatest footballer of all time. I want to be just like you. It's like, whoa. Whoa, just no. People do it even with me with coding. I've had that. I've had people say to me, you're the greatest coder. I love you so much. Wow. It's like, just tell me you appreciate me. That's more than enough. I don't know if I'm the greatest coder. I've never met every single coder in the world. Warriors are up by 10 now. So, again, this is an example of in play. The Clippers have a really clean code to win. and they're down 10 already. But just watch how quickly a 10-point lead can go. I'll keep an eye on this game for you, just to show you. So Clippers are down by 10. Watch how quickly it can change. All right, it's 23-13. Let's see what the score is after the first quarter. I don't know if I'm good enough to guess. I don't think I'm good enough to guess. But I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, I'm very certain it won't be 10 points. It'll be closer to 3. It'll be closer to 3 points. I bet the Warriors are leading by 3 after the first quarter. I'm saying this right now, 23-14 with 4 minutes left. And I bet the Clippers will cut that 10-point lead. So again, for all of those who bet on the NBA and you get overly emotional, you're like, wait, Clippers are down 10. What illusion? It's like, it's the first quarter. All right. They can be up 10 in 5 minutes, mate. Chill out. Now, if they're down 10 with 30 seconds left, you've lost 99.9%. Maybe start feeling a bit like, but don't get stressed after the first 5 minutes of an NBA game. Come on. Adam, what do you think of Anthony? Not great. Said it from the beginning. Not great. I always think left footers look better than they are. Anybody agree with me? I really believe left-footed players always look better than they actually are. I think he's got a level of ability. I think he's weak. I don't think he's great at beating a player. I don't think he scores enough goals for his position. I think if you watch some of his highlights, I think, if you watch Anthony's highlights, if you watch a YouTube video of Anthony and his best bits for Ajax and Man United, you're going to go, that guy's some player. But if you actually watched him, Clippers are getting murdered. But again, still, they can easily come back. There's certain players, you put their highlight reel together. 30-17 now. Again, just watch. You put their highlights together and you're like, whoa, that guy's sick. Or my dad calls them match of the day players. He used to call Rooney. I know you're going to disagree with me there. But he said Rooney's a match of the day player. Who else did he say it? I think he said Harry Kane's a match of the day player. If you watch the highlights of like Spurs and he's like, he scores and he assists and he's like, did nothing else in the game. And then there's other players who are like consistently really, really good. Like solid every game. But if you put their highlight reel together and you did a 3-minute video of their highlights, you go, that guy's bang average. But as a player, he's great. And then there's some who are just great and they have highlight reels. They're the best players. Also, guys, this is crazy. If you watch Messi play, if you did player cam on Messi, I think he's walking 90% of the game. Can anybody back me up with that? Do I think Ronaldo will retire in Saudi Arabia? It's hard to say. For me, it makes sense for him to retire in Sporting, where it began, like the full circle. It began at Sporting Lisbon. To end there, perhaps. I don't think he goes to the US. Again, it depends. It depends when the world's going to end and stuff. You know what I mean? The world can easily end next year for all we know. But is Suarez going to Inter Miami? Probably, to join up with Messi. I was saying Messi pretty much walks 90% of the game. If you player cam him, especially in the MLS, Messi's pretty much like this. The whole game, well, not the whole game, 90% of the game is just like this. And he's just walking around. So he doesn't do any defending. He's just walking. And then his team gets the ball. He starts coming a bit alive. And he's still walking. And then once he gets it, he does that pop, 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 goal. It's like, whoa. And then he goes back to walking again. And that's the bottom line. He did that at Barcelona. He's not one to always be running around. There were players that did that for him. All right. But Messi, he pretty much walks. His whole career is walking. Now, someone like Kante, who all he's doing is running, he's never not walking. He's always running on the attack or defense. He's always running. So, yeah. Right now in the NBA, I would say it really doesn't matter what score it is. You've just seen that. What were they up by? 17 points. Golden State went up by 17 or something. Or was it 13? No, they went up by 13. But just watch how quickly it can change. It's funny. One of my greatest things in this world of coding sports, which led me to two new friends. I've told this story a lot of times, and it involved the Golden State Warriors. Remember, Warriors wore Stephen Wardle Curry, and they won the NBA Finals the year that Russia invaded the Ukraine. War. Just mental. The Warriors won the NBA Finals 4-2. Steph Curry became 4-2 in NBA Finals. Albert Pike predicted 3 world wars. He died on 4-2. Beast reigns for 42 months. I think the devil's behind the wars to an extent. He wants us dead. One of the many ways you can kill man is through battle. Many other ways. It's 22-33 now. Double master numbers. Double master numbers, baby. Steph Curry's up to 6 now. Must have got another 3. Again, with the whole thing with the player props as well, I've seen this so many times. I've seen a Steph Curry and a Jason Tatum have 1 point after the first quarter and then 7 points at the half. It's like, what? I need 30 points from Steph. Like, he's on 7 at halftime. And then he gets 30 points in the second half. Ends with 37. It's like, wow, that Gatorade must have really worked. Or the coach must have said something in his ear, because he's gone from missing everything. Last night, Kevin Durant is the 10th highest point scorer in the history of the NBA. Again, you watch him, is outrageous, Kevin Durant. Scarily good. And last night against it's 22-33 at halftime. The first quarter, double master numbers. Which is interesting because that's 55 points, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. I think the Warriors can get their 10th win. But again, this is a game. It's something I did in a minute. So if you're on my website, guys, I did it in a minute, but it just stood out. This might be the one where I said maybe it's too blatant. That actually is, but I don't know. So they're up. Oh my word. Think about this. There's 3 master numbers. 11, 22, and 33. The score's 22-33. That means that the Warriors are winning by 11. So all 3 master numbers are at play. 22-33, 11-point swing. And notice all those numbers together gets you 66. No, 44 is not a master number. I don't know who told you that. There's 3 master numbers. It's 11, 22, and 33. Double-digit numbers are not all master numbers. Just like not every number has a prime number or a triangular number. So no, 44 is not a master number. Everything I've studied, it's not. There's 3, which makes sense. 3 is such a powerful number. Master number, have 3 of them and make sure that the last one's 33. But they all add up to 66, which is the 11th triangular number. You see how this all connects? I believe it's only those 3. From everything I've studied, they are the 3 master numbers. Again, I'm sure you can go online in this world and you'll find something that says they're not, and that's fine. So Man United, I'm just looking, it's still 1-0. Let's see what they're saying for the odds now. Clippers are a decent enough price, but this 11-point swing can change quickly, very quickly. All right, let's check the Man United odds then. Where is it? This is kind of how I do. If I've ever got free time, I'm just working like this. So the Newcastle game's frozen. Has somebody scored? Or maybe they're just refreshing the odds. It's just completely frozen. Has there been anything in the United game? This is classic Maguire. Listen to this. Maguire versus Gordon in a foot race is a mismatch, and the England defender has no chance of keeping up with the tricky winger when he looks to race away from him. Maguire lunges in and gives away a free kick. He's lucky to avoid a booking. How's Harry Maguire playing, guys? Like, if England have to play France at the Euros and you've got Mbappe running at Maguire, it's a mismatch, isn't it? Maguire could probably keep up with Giroud, who's never needed speed. He's an absolute tank. Hey, Adam, God bless. My phone is showing that you have 6,000 likes. What? The day that the illusion gets 6,000 likes is the day that he's sold out. I'll never get 6,000 likes. I don't think I've ever had 200 likes, which is criminal for my work. It is criminal, but 6,000 likes? Well, there you go. It shows you the bullshit YouTube algorithm. I've got 43 people watching and 6,000 likes. All right. What's it saying? All right. 1-0 is now even money. So it's gone from 2-1 to even money. Or for you Americans out there, plus 100. Both teams to score is plus 350. For you English guys, that's 7-2. Yeah, if this is 1-0, you all know why. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, if you took the Newcastle pick, if you lose money now, it's on you. No joke. Man United are 55-1 to win. All right? 6-1 to draw the game. Do not lose money. This Gordon, I have a feeling this Gordon is going to... You know, there's always one player that sneaks into the squad. I think it's going to be him. You heard it here first. All right? I think it's going to be Gordon. Because he's banging goals. He's playing for one of the top 4 teams, it seems now. He's creating. He's young. He's got speed. I have a feeling that they're going to call him up. I don't know. I don't know if he's ever been calling up. And I don't keep an eye on England anymore. I don't watch the games. I don't even know who's in the squad. The other day I saw the lineups. I was like, I didn't know 2 of the defenders, which is mental. That's never happened for me. I was like, who's he? Who's he play for? That's how much I've just despite the fact that I'm coding this at this level, I'm not what I once was with football. I could tell you everything about every division. All right. For example, I know right now who was top of League 2. I don't, and I quite frankly don't give a shit who's top of League 2. But back in the day, I'd be able to tell you. All right, who was top of League 2, who was in the bottom 2 of League 2, who was winning League 1. Nah. So right now you got Warriors up by 14. All right. James Harden's a strange one, isn't he? Like, one game is primetime Michael Jordan. The next game is like he's Stevie Wonder. One game he's getting 40 points and then he's getting 6 points the game after. It's like, and then the media just say, oh, he's a character, he's a maverick. If his head's in the game, he's unstoppable, but too often he's distracted. It's like, you shouldn't be distracted as an elite NBA player. It's bullshit. It's just his code. He's glitched so many times as Harden, because I think maybe the demon left his body to go grab a Sprite or something, maybe a hot dog, and then came back in his body. I don't know. I don't know if they can just leave your body. Maybe they can. I see those demons. I've told you, like Space Jam. What's the movie Space Jam? I almost see them like they've got a bit of a personality. The Jokers, and they just want attention. Remember, Michael Jordan, his NBA teammates got possessed in the movie by demons. Just watch that movie. We know the movies basically tell us the truth. The mainstream lies, the movies tell the truth. So yeah, I kind of see it like that. Oh, na, na, shit keeper. Oh, na, na, shit keeper. How come Onana was unbelievable at Inter Milan? All right, like outrageously good. Got them all the way to the final. And at Man United, some of his errors, it's like United's been cursed with goalkeepers recently since Schmeichel. People rave on about De Gea. De Gea was dog shit for a few seasons. Then, guys, De Gea won the Player of the Year 3 years in a row for Man United, which number one shows you how much Man United's fallen. Maybe like, whoa, Man United have fallen like angels, devils, Red Devils, Theatre of Dreams. They've had some shite goalkeepers since Schmeichel. I'll tell you that for nothing. Remember Taibbi? Horse shit. They even had Roy Carroll. How did he get to Man United? This female last name. Onana's shite. De Gea, I've always said shit. But some of his saves, every goalkeeper in the world, whatever level, will make some worldy saves. De Gea kept a lot of clean sheets, but I was never convinced by him. Never rated him. He made some unbelievable saves, I'll give him that. But you never trusted De Gea. You never trusted him. When I was a Man United fan, I trusted Schmeichel. All right. I'm sure like City fans trust Edison and Liverpool trust Alisson. And you could never trust De Gea, guys. And this Onana, however you pronounce his name, from what I've seen, again in highlights, he's horse shit. And I'm not jealous of him. I've never wanted to be a goalkeeper. If you're going to say that, how can you say it? You've never played goalkeeper. I've played a few games in goal. I ain't a bad keeper, I'll tell you that. But Onana, what's my name? Oh, Nana, what's my name? Let's check when this Gordon's birthday is. I usually know players' birthdays, but I don't think he's top class yet for me to know his birthday. Obviously, I don't. He's got 2 male names as well, Anthony Gordon. Bit weird looking from what I'm seeing. What the frog's legs is this? He was born the year of 9/11 and he was born on 2/24, which is when Russia invaded the Ukraine. He was born 2/24. Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant's jersey numbers 2/24. Their memorial was on 2/24. So Gordon, wow, and today's 12/2, and Kobe's highest scoring game was the year Gianna was born on 1/22. 12/2 and 1/22 is still 1/22. Can I get a woo? You know it's true. Let's have a look. 2/24. 2 times 24 is 48. The year Israel was founded. All right. He scored 2 months and 22 days before his birthday. He's born on the 5th. Right. I'm going to hold off. I'm holding off on what I'm about to say. Oh, Alto's already chirped in because he's gifted. Gordon was born the 55th day of the year. Guys, let's hope Newcastle win. All right? 1-0. And then I'll just break it down so I don't have to do a video later because I've got stuff going on. Again, I'm going to wait for it to be over. There's 88 minutes. This is the Premier League. There could be 3 goals left with how it is. But I'm telling you, if this ends this scoreline. Oh my word, this is as satanic as it gets with the 55s and the 10s. Steph Curry is still on 6 points. Oh, he's sat out. That's why. Wait. Nick Pope's just come off. The Pope. They've just changed the goalkeepers. Dubravka has come in. I don't like weird stuff like this. Pope got an injury. It's funny that he's number 22. Told you. Oh my word, he came off after 86 minutes and the Pope's 86 years old. What? Today's date, look, my throat's going to go here. 4 and angel equals 55. Nice stuff, brother. Today's date is this, yeah? Which is basically this, yeah? Now, Dubravka, United scored and it's offside. What? See, I don't like this stuff. Maguire. But the flag's up. Is he off? Is he off? So Newcastle's goalkeepers, number 1 has just replaced 22 on this date. Can you give me a woo if you can see that? It's pretty straightforward. Number 1 has just replaced 22 on a date written 12-2, like 1-2-2. Can you see that? These little things. And then Pope comes off after 86 minutes. And the Pope's 86 years old. Remember, Argentina won the World Cup a day after he turned 86 to win the World Cup for the first time since 86. So look, as soon as Pope comes out, United score. You think the Pope will die at 86? Very, very possible, but 87 is a massive number with the number of the beast. If he goes at 86, yeah, I will not be shocked. It will make a lot of sense, is all I'm going to say. I'm past trying to do that now. I did it with the Queen. I was so almost perfect with it. But I don't want to be the guy now coding when somebody's going to die. They're going to die when God's ready for them to die, not when I say they're going to die. So again, when you code somebody like the Pope to die and he dies, I just think about my brother. I've told you my brother's really funny. And he will just say to me, it's 51-36 to the Warriors here. Clippers are a big price now. He'll say to me, bloody hell, lads, you are a genius. I finally accept it. You predicted an 86-year-old to die who had health conditions. Bloody hell, lads. I'll sign up to your website tomorrow. It'll do something like that. He did it with the Queen. He was like, whoa, lads, called a 96-year-old woman to die. Must be proud of yourself. And I laugh. I was like, no, bro, that's not what it's about. Read my book. Why I said that. Bloody hell, lads. What a shout, eh? What next? What's your next great prediction? I was like, yeah. So yeah, if I call the Pope to go at 86, I just think of my brother. He's gonna hammer me. Right, now they're murdering them. They're up by 17. The Warriors. And this is without Steph. So now it's interesting. If Warriors go up by 20, it's highly unlikely. 9 minutes added on. Why? Guys, why is there 9 minutes? So, of course, they've checked Maguire's goal. How long did that take? Fred the Red wears number 55, yeah. Their mascot. Why is the 9 minutes? Can anybody fill me in? Other than the Maguire controversy. Steph Curry is on 8 points now. You better step up his game, Steph. Like, if Warriors are murdering them and Steph's not scoring, it's like, that's interesting. Anthony is booked for an entirely unnecessary lunge on Livramento. Again, Livramento, I don't know who he is. I don't care. But Livramento, I don't know who he is. I would have known that because I used to play fantasy football. I knew every player. The Sky Sports is absolutely hammering Rashford. Did he have a nightmare? They're number 10. Born on Halloween. Again, sometimes you watch Rashford, right? Sometimes you watch Rashford and you go, all right, okay, he can play. The guy's gifted. And then there's other games you watch Rashford, which I've watched many of them. I go, that guy would struggle semi-pro. He wouldn't stand out. He'd get bullied. He'd be just like any other striker at that level. He wouldn't stand out. And it sounds to it, what they're saying on Sky Sports, that Rashford has just done nothing. Like literally you could have put a Sunday League player in his position, would have had the same impact. I'm not watching it. Old Trafford's falling down, My Fair Lady. I think that's more Chelsea. Stamford Bridge. They seem to be falling. They're really struggling, aren't they? How do you think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce relationship will end? Yeah. It's Taylor Swift. All the relationships end. They're all short term. Probably around the Super Bowl, either right before it or right after it. It probably makes sense right before that they split up to give more buzz to the Super Bowl, the Superb Owl. It would make sense to me that they split up before. I don't think the Chiefs are going to win it, although they could get there. Or could Kelce get there and lose and then blame Taylor? Honestly, who gives a flying shit? But yeah, it's Taylor Swift, mate. She's dated more people than I've had hot dinners. I don't know why. She's not attractive. She's really tall and dangly, and she's got feet like an NBA player, and titties aren't that great. And my head's gone with Taylor Swift. Never was attracted to her. Don't get why all these hunks want a piece of Taylor with that male name. Again, I think Satan started doing that, bringing all these, what they call them, gender-neutral names, like Taylor. Like when I was out in the US, I knew a lot of Taylors, and they were all, I know I'm not saying there wasn't women called Taylor at all. All the Taylors I knew in the US were men. Pretty much, there's only one time I've ever met a girl called Alex. All of them were lads, but I know there's plenty of Alexes now, girls. Short for Alexandra. What else is there? Any other gender neutral? Wait, let's check this United game. My head could be going. I'm not reading the chat. 96th minute, confident goalkeeping from Dubravka, who's quick off his line to get there ahead of Maguire. I'm guessing at this point, your boy Maguire is playing centre forward, yeah? Have they put him up top? Like, that's usually what they do with like Maguire or Van Dijk when they're losing. They put the big dangly goons up front. 99% of the time, it doesn't work at all, because all you're doing is putting the big giant against another giant. You know what I mean? For example, say Liverpool are beating United. United coach goes, Maguire, up you go. All you're going to do is get Van Dijk, mark Maguire. Like, I don't know why coaches say it's a genius move. You're just going to get a giant marking another giant. All right? Again, I'll say that now. And 99th minute, Maguire will pop up with a bicycle kick in top corner. And my head will go. Yeah, so if you're on my website, guys, I'll code the City Spurs game. I'm halfway through it. If you're waiting for my new book, I get emails all the time. When's your new book coming out? Probably a week if I focus. In regards to this Warriors-Clippers game, I think there's 15 points in it right now. But again, I've just seen some outrageous comebacks. The other day, the Warriors were up by 24 points. They were up by 24 and lost in the last second. Richie comes on for Newcastle, replacing goal scorer and potential match winner. They always like to have the goal scorer in a 1-0 win get taken off at the end. That seems interesting. So they get a standing ovation. Joe Linton is booked for dissent, takes a certain level of commitment to get a yellow for that. No, it's not. It's what most players would do, whatever level. You're 1-0 up, although at lower levels it's hardly ever 1-0 because the defenders are so poor. Of course you're going to get a yellow card in 97th minute to burn some clock. Why is that? Why does that require a certain level of commitment? It's such bullshit. Now they're at 90 plus 10. Blow the whistle. Newcastle and Man United can leapfrog Spurs into 5th. It won't be United. Blow the whistle, you muppets. Again, this is all this biting your nails stuff. Like, if I were betting on this now, my head would be going this season. I think I'd be physically sick. With how much added time is played. 90 plus 11. Shah knocks it down towards the corner. A Man United throw in, but surely no time for any more than that. So they're playing 9-11. So where's the extra 2 minutes come? You've given 9 minutes. Why are they in the 11th minute? Guys, back in day when I loved this game, like the professional game, they didn't play more than 4 minutes. It was on average 3. Anytime I went to watch Man United or Bradford City, and there's 3 minutes of added time, and you're like, go on. Because sometimes they gave 1. Game over. There we go. Nice. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Illusion. Thank you, Abid, for catching that 1-0 in play. And I don't know if any of you took it. If you took it, good for you. It's something I probably would have taken if I bet, but I didn't want to force it down your throat. But yeah. Gordon born, 55th day of the year. The 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. He wears number 10. The game finished 1-0 10, exactly 10 months after Ten Hag's birthday. What? Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? Let me just say that again off the top of my head. I'll have to do one of those YouTube 1-minute videos. Anthony Gordon, I've told you, has the birthday that Russia invaded the Ukraine. Newcastle win 1-0, 10, with a winning goal from their number 10, exactly 10 months after Ten Hag's birthday, and Gordon was born the 55th day of the year, the 10th Fibonacci and triangular number. It's just clean. Is Chuck here? Where's Chuck? I don't know if he's here. I can't see him in the chat. Why isn't the Wisdom of Solomon book included in the Bible? I don't know, mate. Simple answer. I don't know. We've got everything we need from the 66 books, mate. Adam, what do you think of Selena Gomez? The Illusion likes his Latinas. I was a huge fan of Selena. I had a crush on her. I feel just like she's just a victim of the devil. I think she got used, abused when she was a kid in Disney. I think she's got a decent voice, but I know girls with better voices than her. There's a girl I know called Isabella that has a nicer voice than Selena Gomez. again, just hope she repents. To get to her level, she must have done all sorts of stuff, sickening stuff. But again, I've never met Selena. I don't know a thing about Selena, but I did have a crush on her. I also had a crush on Shakira. Again, but yeah, they're on TV. They're dolled up with makeup. There's CGI being used. They're getting airbrushed. If you see them in like Maxim or FHM, their bodies look like they're perfect. And it's like this. I've dated some breathtaking women. They don't have perfect bodies. Some of them might have phenomenal bodies, but they're women, like in the sense they have a little bit of meat around the hips, however skinny they were. But you want someone like Shakira? I don't know how old she is now. She must be knocking in her 50s. She's still not got an ounce of fat on her. Like, what's she doing? She must shit 7 times a day, or not eat, or I don't know. Or she signed some sort of thing with the devil where it's like, I want to look like this. I want to be forever young. Because again, yeah, if I saw Shakira, whether it's a bloke or not, like, but if I saw Shakira in the local pub, I'd be staring at that ass. Sorry, Kenya, I just would be. I'm not lying. I still find Shakira attractive, even though it could be a bloke. Again, I'll never be able to know that. The hips kind of tell me it is a bloke. Almost certain it is, but I don't want to go. I don't want to keep doing that with that stuff with the anatomy. I did that. It was part of my journey. It's very interesting. I got a lot of views from doing it. I didn't do it for the views. I got demonetized every time I did it. But yeah, my head's pounding. So yeah, Chuck, cheers, mate. Rico, cheers. All of you on the website, you're unbelievable. All right, whatever it is you share, it's always interesting. It usually always hits. If it doesn't hit, you learn from it for the next game. It's just, this is how you should be like betting on sports. Is by actually using your mind and not just guessing. All right, like, if you miss, at least you're learning. You don't learn anything from a random accumulator, other than accumulators pretty much never. Buenas tardes.
Hi. We're having a vecinos neighborhood get together upstairs in my condo tonight.
Beautiful.
And from 7 on, it was like 7 to midnight.
Is it possible I bring my girlfriend, or is it just for people who live there?
No, you can bring your girlfriend.
What do you want me to bring?
I'm gonna have snacks and beer.
You got margaritas there?
Yeah, yes, margaritas.
All right, I appreciate it. So number 14.
Right upstairs.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Please. Hola, soy Kathy de
What? Guys, the Clippers are down by 14. And I've just been invited to a party at one of the condos where I live. And it's number 14. And Arsenal are going for the 14th league title, I think. And it's a red piece of paper. All right. Guys, I think I've just been told that Arsenal are winning the league. I've just come in. The Clippers are down by 14. I've just been invited to a party at number 14. Steph Curry just hits the 3. And it's a red piece of paper. I've never been invited to a party here. Yeah, the Warriors have absolutely murdered them. 3 margaritas. There will be Mexican music, but not mariachis. It's going to run till midnight. We're talking about Warriors 67 points, up by 19, 67 the 19th prime. What an absolute joke. They can stay on 8 losses. Oh, no, they can't. There's definitely some 8s on board. All right, there we go. That's why I think I've just been told Arsenal winning the league. Breaking news. I've never spoken to that woman before in my life. Breaking news, Arsenal winning league. I've seen too many signs today. So there you go, guys. Put all your money on it. Everything you own on Arsenal. I'm joking. Thierry Henry won number 14 for them. I think Arteta scored 14 goals for Arsenal. It's just a joke. Yeah, I know, yeah. Shakira's exactly 10 years older than Piqué. They were both born on Ten Hag's birthday, weren't they? Any decent women at the party? I have a girlfriend, Ramo, and I don't know. It's not a Christmas party. It's a party to talk about water problems, building permits, and any other issues that may pertain to living here. That's not a Christmas party. I rent this, so from a selfish perspective, I'm not that bothered. If I owned it, I would get more involved. I might not be here in 6 months. But yeah, you know what I mean? I like meeting people. When I go there, it's going to be Adam. What's your job, Adam? I'm a football coach. Is that why you're always wooing your apartment? Yeah. You remember when somebody complained of my woos? They said that there's a guy screaming in his apartment, making a woo noise. I remember when the woman took me in the office. She went, Adam, what's this about? It's the only time I got told off for being here, because I'm a really good neighbor in general. And somebody complained that I was making screaming noises. They were concerned about me. And it was me wooing in a YouTube live. Sometimes I woo like 15 times in a live. And I think they thought I was getting like murdered or something. But that's the only time I got in trouble here. So none of them know that I'm the illusion. None of them know I have a YouTube channel. I don't tell it. I just say I'm a football coach. And I teach English online. I don't tell them about this stuff. I could go blow all their minds tonight at this party, but I don't want to. I'll have a free margarita, though. Hopefully some decent food. Save me a bit of cash. I was going to take my girlfriend out for dinner again. It says snacks. That's always dangerous, isn't it, guys? Do you agree with me? What is snacks? Are we talking just crisps? Are we talking some tacos? Now Steph Curry's on 18 points now. How did that happen? See? Steph it must have just been banging in threes. So yeah, it looks like the Warriors aren't going to win, but Steph's going to go big. I mean, the Warriors are going to win and Steph's going to go big, unless something crazy. 19-point leads, it's about 1 in 10 where a team comes back 19 points down at halftime. But her last name's Smith. Oh, my word. Like, Arsenal's number 10 is Rose Smith. What the best women's player is Kelly Smith. This woman's called Kathy Smith. Shouldn't say that too loud, should I? There's plenty of Kathy Smiths in the world, but all right, guys. Looks like I'm going to a party. It's more of a gathering than a party, bro. Like, when you live in a neighborhood in Mexico, like a nice community, the neighbors meet every now and again to discuss. All right, we need to do that. We need to add that. We need to upgrade that. There's a problem with that. We have problems with parking. Illusion ain't going to give a shit. He's going to sit there with a margarita and he's going to, yeah. All right, yeah, I'm all right with that. What do you think? Yeah, whatever you guys think, I'm good. I ain't getting involved. It's not my bag, baby, that type of stuff, because I ain't into that drama, but I'll have a margarita. We do limbo on the beach. I love going to the beach. I just don't go as much as I should. I am busy, but I choose to be busy. I could go to the beach every day with my schedule if I wanted to, but I don't go as much as I probably should. Adam, it made me laugh. She probably knows you are the woo man. But I think at this point that they know. I think the woman above me, she once looked at me like she wanted to murder me. But again, I'm not wooing at like late at night. I'm not randomly by myself wooing. I'm not 3 a.m. wooing. I do some streams through the day where most people are at work. But there was one live stream which I said, I did a record-breaking amount of woos because my voice went for 2 days. So they heard all those woos. They probably thought something's happening to him. I don't know. I didn't get in trouble. It's just like, she just said, can you just stop making that noise? And I still do it sometimes because I can't help myself. No, there's not issues with cartels and extortion. Like, you watch too many movies. No, nothing like that. It's mainly about making things better, all right? It's about making things better. All right? We could do that. We could do that. I don't know. Maybe they'll start saying once a month we should have a party. We should meet by the pool, have a barbecue. It's not going to be. We're not talking about the cartel. All right? Like, what do you think? I live in one of the most beautiful parts of the world. I'm not worried about the cartel, mate, or extortion. If we were going there tonight to talk about the cartel, I wouldn't go. I might get a margarita and then sneak off. So, oh my word, I'm number 3 and she's 14. That's pie. That's Steph Curry's birthday. I live at number 3 and she lives at 14. That's Steph Curry's birthday. Who I said is going to go big today. It's pie, 3.14, baby. Oh my word, 3 plus 14, 17. The upcoming Euros, the 17th edition. And Germany just won the Under-17 World Cup today. It's your birthday. It's Francis's birthday. Is this the Pope? I thought your birthday was December the 17th. Francis. I'm joking. The 314, yeah. Add up those numbers. What's it get you? 42 for the beast. That's why Steph Curry will probably retire 4-2. His birthday's 314. 3 times 14 is 42. I got to go. I've done 2.5 hours, guys. Can you hit that like button? I've done 2.5 hours. That's too long. That's what she said. And I've got other stuff to do now. So, yeah, ping that like button. Get me up to at least 50. Although somebody said I'm on 6,000. And again, that Newcastle, guys, when I do my little 1-minute video, you got to share that because it's undeniable, those 10s. Why is my likes just gone down? Why is my likes just decreased? As I said, can you hit the like? Somebody out there just going out the way to push my buttons, baby, and take the like away. Wow. What an absolute outrage. Change your woo. No, like, it's the pitch of it. Like, no one's going to stop me wooing. That's all I'm going to say. I'll woo when I want to woo. I won't woo for the sake of wooing. And I'm not a guy who usually woos when he's told to woo. I woo when I want to woo. Right now, I don't want to woo, so I won't woo. All right? But when I see Dirk give me a woo with capital letters, it tempts me to do it. You know what I mean? When he's typing it in caps and it's on the tip of my tongue and I'm about to end the live stream. Do you want one? Give me, I need 3 different people. So I'm asking for this. 3 different people to give me a woo in the chat, and I'll give you one to sign this live stream off. All right? All right, we got a woo. Give us a woo, baby. We got a woo. Okay. This is probably a bad idea as I'm about to go to a neighborhood meeting where they might be bringing up the guy who woos. But here's one for you, number 14, Kathy Smith. Woo!